All right, thank you for that, Christine. I want to give you a live look right now at the S-curve in Santa Barbara. And you can see the northbound lanes looking a little bit slower, a little jam-packed, flowing better in the southbound lanes. Got a new incident, though, that just popped up. Before vehicle crash. This is on the southbound side at Mission, so perhaps that's going to be causing an area we can't see with that Skycam, but please take it slowly as you head through town today.
And now let's go to Annika Abbott in the First Alert Weather Center with a first look at our weekend forecast.
Yeah, the weekend forecast and the traffic to go along. So Beth just mentioned that traffic collision that has been causing some delays. So we actually do have quite a few delays aside from that one that's near Mission Street, Santa Barbara to Goleta, because of that 17 minutes instead of the normal 10 to 12. Santa Barbara to Ventura, just under 40 minutes. And we have about 40 from Santa Barbara to Santa Ynez. So you can expect yet more delays as other folks are starting to head elsewhere over the holiday weekend. And speaking of that, let's take a look at that forecast. So we are going to start out on the mild to warm side for the Memorial Day weekend. Tomorrow inching upwards in temperature because we do have some changes that are going to be headed our way. So as we do take a look here at the coast, this is the south coast, specifically the Santa Barbara Yacht Club. Look at all that cloud cover out there. Definitely some gray skies, but we have had some better luck with clearing elsewhere. This is our view of Cachuma Lake, which is pretty much the opposite, completely blue at the moment. So there are quite a few differences depending on how far you are inland, and also if you're on the central coast versus the south coast. Look how clear the central coast is comparatively, and there is a lot of patchy marine layer out in the water. So definitely boats, you're going to be under variable levels of clearing. Here's a look at relative humidity right now, a little bit elevated in Santa Barbara, and you can tell the difference there. Santa Barbara, Ojai, a lot of Ventura County over that 60% mark for relative humidity because you're under the clouds. Less than that, though, on the central coast, and definitely less for the interior. Temperatures right now, mostly 60s to 70s, but I'll have our forecast covering the whole weekend coming up in just a few minutes.
And now to a traffic alert. We want to give you a live shot at the S-curve through Santa Barbara right now. And earlier this afternoon, we had a really thick commute in the northbound lanes. Looks like it's evened out a little bit, both in northbound and southbound commute. Looking pretty good at this time. Want to switch things over now to Annika Abbott with an update on the traffic situation.
And that's right. That earlier incident was around the 101 at Mission Street. That now entirely cleared up. Things are looking better in that regard. So here we have some of our commute times. Santa Maria too slow. About 33 minutes, Santa Ynez to Santa Barbara, 38 minutes, Santa Barbara to Ventura, 25. So things are actually looking pretty decent for Friday getaway time, especially ahead of the holiday weekend. As we take a look at weather, speaking of holiday weekend, we are seeing mild coastal temperatures, a little bit warmer inland. That's because we do still have that marine layer. Some places are going to have better luck with clearing out sky cover than others, especially central coast. You've seen some really good sunshine today. Here's a look at the Santa Barbara Harbor. You can see just a touch of blue above our banner there, but for the most part looking up at gray skies out there. That's been the case really all day long. But by contrast, this is live at Cuesta Peak overlooking San Luis Obispo. A little breezy with that plant right there, and very, very blue skies, but you can see some marine layer way out there in the background. Here's a look at our fog trackers showing this. So the Goleta all the way through Ventura County, you've got lots of gray skies, a little patchy in some cases. Central coast, so more clear, and we do have patchy fog out in the ocean too. So I will be covering all of this going into the holiday weekend and beyond coming up in just a few minutes.